from the cold Atlantic coast. This is the famous Atlantic fog over the desert. This is caused because the waters of the southern Atlantic are very cold, and in contrast with the hot temperatures of the desert causes this fog, which helps the plants and the animals living in the desert to survive. This fog leaves small drops of water on the ground and on the plants, and animals can get the moisture they need. Today I'm heading due south. I wanted to follow the coastline, but apparently this here is impossible because there is this stretch of land that belongs to a diamond mining company and you cannot go through. So I looked at the Tracks for Africa map and it shows there are several roads that cross the desert, and I've taken one of those. Actually, this is the second one I have taken because the first one, which is the one that it's marked on the map, but suddenly it narrows into a two-track, and then the tracks disappear, and then it's just deep sand. Even though I was following the road on the map, I didn't see any tracks at all. The sand have covered all the tracks. I'm following this road now. It's also sandy, but I still can see some of the car's tracks. And then I'll turn west again to Port Nolloth, which is the main town in this area. And it's kind of complicated to navigate here because there are many roads. They are crisscrossing all the time. You get to forks where there are no signs, and you have to pick up one and continue. And if you see that it's not going in the direction you want, and then you have to retrace your steps and take the other one. Look at that house on top of the hill. In this place, it seems abandoned, but somebody lived here. When you've been driving for 30 or 40 kilometers through the desert, and then the tracks that you are following suddenly disappear, it is not the best feeling. You have to think that there's no one around you, and if you go back, you're not sure which road you have to take. But you look ahead and see that nobody else drove that road in a long time because you don't see any wheel tracks at all. So I walked around trying to find the way. It was not easy because everything looks the same. And when you finally decide to drive and find the tracks again, it is a relief. I won't lie to you, you feel good. This part is the most beautiful on this trail, but it's also the most challenging. It's deep sand, the tracks disappear constantly, difficult to navigate, and always with the thought in your mind that you could get stuck really far from everywhere. And the main problem here is that this road is not used anymore. The place is really beautiful, huh? But the same way the tracks came back, they suddenly disappeared with a vengeance. There's no wheel tracks at all. There was no trace of tracks, let alone a road, and suddenly I was just driving on a sea of red soft, deep sand with no roads around and only following the main southwest direction that I was following. Driving wasn't too complicated because I was able to keep momentum, but trying to find the way was really difficult. I could have taken any direction because everything looks the same. You think there are roads going everywhere. All this part is really flat, and without any reference point, trying to find your bearings was really complicated. Orientation here was terribly difficult. Shit. By the time I arrived to this round, open, flat surface devoid of any vegetation, it wasn't fun anymore. I looked around 360 degrees, and the only way out was my own tracks. So what I decided was to extend that imaginary line following the same heading I was having and keep on driving. But I wasn't sure at all that that was the way I had to take. Nobody came here in at least a year. There's no tracks at all. The road at the end. Shit. Yeah, one of those moments. Yeah, one of those moments. Shit. The road disappeared a couple more times, but for a shorter distance. But for some reason I thought that the worst part was already behind me, and I felt comfortable again. Yeah, the place is gorgeous. Oh, the tracks are back. So much easier. The landscape has changed a lot, and it is not that far. It's like 80 kilometers or so. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, signs of life. There is a windmill. So there is a reason for this road. Yeah, the place is gorgeous. Oh, and cows. There are cows looking at me. Same way I look at them. Like, what the hell are you doing here? This is one of those routes that when you're finished and you think about it, you feel like you have accomplished something because it's tough. But while you're doing it, it's kind of scary now and then. So Turns out that the last kilometers of this dry riverbed are the same trail that you have to follow if you are coming from the west and you want to join the Namaqua Eco Trail and you don't want to go through the Richtersveld National Park. This is the final part of this trail. This has a name from this side, Holgat River. The Holgat River is the dry riverbed. If you're coming from the south and you're going to Alexander Bay, you will see the sign to turn right. Now that looks like a nice beach with a nice surf. Look at those waves. This is the gravel road that goes from Port Nolloth to Kleinsee. I didn't want to drive on the road for a long time, so I was trying to get closer to the shoreline, and I found this road that looked like it was going straight to the ocean. That is a surreal landscape. It's like a salt pan. You cannot go any further. This is private property. Mining is done down there. That is certainly surreal. This is the beach at Kleinsee. White sand, beautiful beach. This wind is too strong to enjoy the beach. It's empty. Hell, this ocean is fierce. The wind is blowing like crazy. It's like hell outside. I'm driving up the Spectacle mountain pass close to the town of Springbok.